Hi Scott, hope this comes through clear for you. So look, here's a brief of how to um, potentially correct the Year 4 CT workbooks. Alright, so log into PebblePad as usual, go to Atlas, I think you know how to do that, and it will open up here, alright, Year 4 Semester 1 Clinical. Navigate here to the CT contract, open up a contract. So the first thing, probably easiest to do, is go to this feedback icon here on the right, click on that, leave feedback for the main asset, and add feedback. Grab yourself a use feedback template, which opens up alright here, and you just get your CT contract marking pro forma. Alright, hook in the student's name, and it depends whether you have a dual screen set up or not. I do, and I'm able to just pull this off into the other screen and have it open in the background. Right. Otherwise, if you have a single screen, you can make that half the screen and the contract the other half. All right, you'll work that out. Okay, cool. So I'll just move that down here. Right. So now you can just navigate through the contract. All right, and if you go down here, you'll see the first tick, student supervisor agreement. Just check that it's completed by the student and also completed by the supervisor. Right? You can navigate back to the pro forma at any time. Completed. Go to the completed case reports, and basically they should have 10 of these. We are suggesting you just pick up a couple of these and make a decision on how good they are. Just be careful with these, and when you open them, they open on the same page. So to go back, click back. Alright, scroll through each of those. Review. Okay, all the way down. So you can see there's a bit in them. Or go back. Alright. Once you're happy you've gotten your comments, go back here. Don't worry about the clinical skills assessment, by the way. We'll look after those. Right. Go down here, or at least 10. If there's a coronary, meant to be 3 brains, 3 different pathologies, 3 student choices. Patient details, patient preparation, etc., 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 all the way down. Any feedback for the case reports here, and just allocate them a final grade. Alright. Then you go, there's a professional development contract. You'll figure out what's the best way to navigate through this after you've corrected a few of them. Again, you're obviously just doing a case study at this point in time. Make sure their references and so on are all good. And if you go back to the contract, you'll see here that it's itemized in regards what is expected. Right. Add your comments, tot up the marks, put them in. Okay. And basically you navigate your way down through the contract. Right. This is just an info tab, just so that you know. Completed templates, same thing. Right. Open them up. Is there adequate information on the phases that are completed and the relevant information and so on? Looks pretty good there. Okay. And everything that is required in these to display understanding, basically. Alright. Next is they have to complete either this task or 2.3. Okay, so click on to 2.2 if it's completed. That's this one. Review. This person has references and everything, so I'd often comment on that. They've highlighted the appropriately, it would seem. Okay, and then just check the content. Obviously, if they've that done, you can skip over this one. And then you go to this. Okay, and the questions basically set are these ones. Okay, can read these, check the student responses throughout. Again, looks pretty solid. There's task 2, okay, with the different items in there. Again, a couple of questions intermittently throughout. Right. Basically take your time, I suppose, on the first one, and then you should be right. You can check their images and you'll see these ones actually open on a different tab, so you can just close them at the top. Right. Go back to the template for correcting. You see the final grade for integrating theory with practice is just an allocation of a grade. If you need any comments, you can just put them up here above. Alright. Make sure the verification is complete. And it is. Okay, now this is where, just to pay some attention, I suppose, right, you now need to create this template. So create it. You have to be really careful. You've only created it so far. Now you need to add it to the student's work. So go back to this icon at the top, leave feedback for the main asset, and you'll see here it's currently only sitting as an editable feedback item, which you can go in and edit at any time via here. Brings you back to the same one, and you can make any edits. Right, just go down to the bottom then. If you make edits, just save. Comes back here. It just still needs to be saved and closed to be released. So make sure with each one you do the save and close either here or here. Just do this one. And you see now it's flipped out. This little icon means it's not actually released to the student yet, so we can check them at the end. Alright, I've just removed it. And hopefully that's adequate, Scott, to get you through. If you need a call anytime to maybe navigate through the first one, just let me know and we'll set it up. Thanks, Scott.